Alright, so your first lesson on training a parkour behaviour. So what we're going to do is we're going to teach the two paws on. So to start with, I am going to use a kitchen step. So it's got a nice, fairly big surface, so there's plenty of space for Cosmo to put 2 feet on, but it's not so big that he's going to be able to fit his whole body on. On my plastic kitchen stepper here, I have glued a piece of yoga mat on just to make it a non-slip surface. You don't necessarily have to do that. I did because Cosmo tends to fly at stuff in a bit of a hurry, and so it was easy for his feet to just carry on and slide off the side. But you don't need to do that. You don't even need to have a kitchen step. You can use a step that's on the entrance into your house. You could use an old book and just tape it together so it doesn't slide around too much. You could use a brick or the flat surface of a log. Anything like that, whatever you have got floating around the house that you can use, that's sturdy and it's solid and it's stable. It's not going to move around when they put their feet on to start with. Alright, so I'm going to put my step down, and the other thing is that thank you Cosmo, back, sit. I'm going to use some treats. So for Cosmo, he gets real excited about food at the best of times. So all I have got here in my hand is just some of his dinner kibble. I'm not using anything special. For some dogs you might want to up that a wee bit and use some sort of treat that's a little bit more exciting for them to help them with the learning process. But with Cosmo, sit please, if I use anything more exciting at home than dinner kibble, he just goes nuts. So what I've done, I've got some treats in my hand. I'm only going to dish out one treat at a time, but I've got them in my hand at the ready. And I have put my step, whatever I'm going to get him to put his 2 feet on, between Cosmo and myself, between you and your dog. So that to get to me and to the treats, more importantly, because that's really what he's looking for, he needs to move onto the step. So I'm just going to hold one treat in my hand. I'm going to put it in front of his nose, and I'm going to encourage him up to put his feet on, and then I'm going to give him the treat when he's got his feet on. I'm going to give him a couple of rewards while he's got his feet on there, and then I'm going to just throw the next treat down on the ground so that he hops off to give me another chance of repeating the behaviour. So if he's off, put the treat in front of his nose, move him onto it, good boy. Give him a couple of rewards, and then just throw the next treat down on the ground. Put the next treat in front of his nose, get him to move on, good boy. Feed him a couple of treats while he's standing on it, and then throw the next one down on the ground. What you should see start to happen is they go, wow, really cool stuff happens if I put my feet on this object. And they'll start offering the behaviour for you. So for Cosmo, if I throw the treat on the ground and don't put the next treat in front of his nose, see how he's automatically hopping back on it? That's what you want to be working towards. You probably need to do a few more repetitions than what I've done here. Obviously Cosmo knows this behaviour, he knows it extremely well. And so he's like, cool, I know what I'm doing, and he's offering it way earlier than most dogs would. Okay? So if I throw the treat out, wait, if he hops on, nice. I'm going to feed him a few rewards for putting his feet on, throw the next treat away so he hops off, nice, and reward him again for putting his feet on. Once I know that he's reliably going to put his feet on there, once I've thrown the treat away, he's turning around and he's hopping back on without me having to lure him with the treat in front of his nose or do anything special. Then I'm going to start adding my verbal cue to say, this is what I'm going to label the behaviour. So for Cosmo, I use the word feet, but you can use on, step, I don't know, whatever you want, spaghetti even. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw the treat away. When he turns around and starts heading back towards the step to put his feet on, I'm going to add my verbal word in. Right, so I'm going to throw a treat away, feet, nice, and then I'm going to reward him for standing on it. Grab a few more treats. I'm going to throw a treat away, feet, good boy. Try this side this time, feet, good boy. Once your dog's getting the hang of knowing what feet mean, then you can start adding in some distance between the object and yourself. So if I throw the treat away, going to move back, feet, good. And throw it this side, feet, good. And throw the treat away, feet, good boy. Oh no, that's not feet. Thank you. So you put all 4 feet on, which is not what I was asking for. Feet. Yes, good boy. Great. Feet. Yes, good boy. So you can see Cosmo's not perfect at it. He's been doing it for quite a while and he still needs some training. Feet. Yes, thank you. We'll try a different side. Good boy. Feet. Nice, that's better. Good boy. Feet. Much better, good boy. Alright, so that's all there is to training the initial behaviour, putting 2 feet on. It's really good behaviour that you can use in a lot of different situations.